All right, let's go. Ayo, we're three hot guys sharing our opinions because we're special and different. Gold medals, we're winning. Can't help it if we're burdened by our intellect. You can play checkers while we pretend we know the rules to chess. The council has spoken, and we are the chosen. Your nose is broken because I broke it.
Sucks.
And welcome back to another episode of We Love the Council. It's your boy Joseph. I've got Jordan in the booth.
Yippity skippity doo! I get to blast glue.
Is that off the
That's
dome,
the intro.
dude?
That's what we're leading with. You practicing that all day?
Nope, man, they gotta kill me,
Came
dude.
like a divine light of heaven. Like a photon from the sun into a Super Mario 64 cartridge. Just appeared fully formed in your head.
Yeah, it did.
We've got Danny delightfully walking down the lane.
Hey, all you people. Hey, all you people. Are you ready to
And
come?
of course, we've got Becky on the ones and twos. How is everybody doing today?
Clearly I'm feeling very good. Actually, this
There's
week
a lot to feel
sucks,
good
but
about in the
this-
news.
No,
in the
yeah.
news recently.
No,
We've-
I'm the polar opposite.
Yeah, we just realized, actually. I'm joking about this post that we're going to talk about in the preamble, but no, this week sucks bad, man. It's bad. It's not good.
It only sucks bad if you value life. I would
Yeah.
say.
No,
That's true.
That's not true.
If you want to remain like alive and want other people to remain alive, it was a tough week.
Yeah.
Well,
But you know, a lot of our listeners are sociopathic freaks, I think.
Yeah. So they're all
True.
probably doing great.
But what we're talking about isn't the confirmation of Pete Hegseth, the impending confirmation of RFK, the trillion EOs that came out last week and just, you know, said that we're going to rename the Dakotas into Jackson Land.
Yeah.
Instead, we were talking about the most important thing that happened this week, which is, as usual, a Twitter post. If you're unfamiliar with the Twitter post that we're speaking about, the text of this one is, roommate's girl got an IUD. Safe to say he's pretty excited. And the attached image is what appears to be a man walking on the same street where they filmed the Had to Do It to Him picture. And he is jumping, clicking his heels in the air.
Yeah. Which is awesome.
it's a really funny image for sure.
It radiates
It is
like
actually
a
very funny.
yippee
Yep.
kind of energy.
Yep, yep.
Wahoo! This picture has 81,000 likes and 40 million views. But the important part of it is the reaction to it.
Yes.
So, you know, just to put things into perspective, this guy is excited because he and his girlfriend are going to be able to have sex without a condom, right?
Yep.
Now, just a snap question for the audience. Is he the worst human that has ever lived?
Yeah. Is he
Yes.
a fucking pig?
Yes.
It's got to be a yes.
It's just, I think it's interesting that every once in a while this happens on Twitter. And this is not like a new Twitter thing, by the way. This is a phrase that people use to say, which is Twitter main character of the day. I don't know if that's a perfect way to use that phrase for this, but basically, like, there's one post that is like the thing of Twitter. Everybody talks about, everybody reposts it, everybody has an opinion, everybody feverishly retweets the tweets that confirm their opinion and likes all the tweets that confirm their opinion or mildly agree with them. So this post basically spawned this discussion, which you could pick two sides of, which is IUDs are historically like not great for women to use. You know, they can be pretty painful. And if, you know, IUDs are basically a product of the patriarchy. I actually didn't say anybody say that. I'm totally taking this. That's not what anybody
that's
said.
new. I didn't hear that one.
That's a new one. My point is, like, you know, IUDs are bad. It's bad and inherently patriarchal to enjoy sex this much or whatever. I don't know. And then the other side was like, no, this dude is allowed to be excited about blasting it raw style. And
Silly mode.
I think it's okay for women to enjoy getting blasted into raw style too. And like, you couldn't be in between those because that's how Twitter works. You had to be like on a very
Team
strongly on
skeet.
one side. Yeah,
Team unskeet.
Yeah, exactly. It really was the town square, everybody yelling at each other post for like, I don't know, it wasn't even a day. It was like 2-3 days.
It's been like 2 days. I just saw a post about it like today too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I will say, let me read you some of the quote tweets that I found particularly illuminating. Remember, the original got 88K.
Yeah.
This one has 188K.
Sure.
Is this a safe enough space to say I find this deeply off-putting at a gut level?
Epic.
We have this one that got 119K, not against IUDs, but I am against men celebrating women's pain so they can ejaculate irresponsibly and keep being selfish cunts. That one's awesome.
It's awesome, dude.
I'm always ejaculating irresponsibly. I'm always celebrating women's pain.
Yep.
Imagine someone celebrating his GF going through so much pain just so he doesn't have to wear a condom. At least vasectomies are reversible and less painful. This one's great because it implies like an IUD is a permanent surgery. Like it's wonderful. Why? That procedure is painful. Her menstrual cramps will now be epic. First off, stop being a millennial. Her risk of infection or an ectopic pregnancy went up. Not much to cheer about, especially by the person assuming none of the pain or rusks. Imagine being excited that your girlfriend went through an extremely painful procedure that is barely known about because menstrual pain is not spoken about enough, and neither are the medical professionals that gaslight women into saying it's not that bad. But yeah, congrats. And nope, unnatural. He doesn't love her. Sad.
True.
These are like
is that one implying that it's the opposite? Like it's not raw enough. Like he needs to shoot it silly
I have
mode.
no idea. I can't imagine. Is there not a world where the girl wanted to get an IUD?
Yeah, I know. That's like okay.
Why is everyone like writing fanfic about like I bet she was tricked into getting one by a cavalcade of doctors who didn't tell her any of the risks, and a cavalcade of surgeons that deliberately fuck up the procedure to be as painful as possible under deep pressure from the roommate at issue because he wanted to blast ropes? Like, isn't it possible that she was just like, I don't want to have to worry about pregnancy?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I don't know, because this gets into sort of thorny territory for me, and I don't say that just to remove any culpability from myself, and it's just that I don't know. There are negatives to IUDs, right? Like I learned a lot of this from my wife, actually. Like IUDs can be very painful. There are risks associated with them. And that I guess that's true for like any medical procedure. But the thing that bothers me about this discourse is like, I don't know. Why is enjoying sex like so hated? I don't understand. Like a guy just wants to, like, he's excited to have sex, you know? And she probably is too. Like, I just...
It's so strange because I think what's going on here is there needs to be a burden shifting of contraception from women to men, and there is a simultaneous enjoyment shifting of sex from women to men. And it's like, it's possible that the girlfriend just likes sex.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, man. I don't know what it is with this app where all I can see is people who are like this or people who are just like active Nazis. Like, there's got to be normal people left on it. I haven't seen any in a couple months, but there's got to be a couple.
No, there have been some normal posting about this guy. Like, there's been some people, pretty popular tweets that have been in defense of this guy. Also, I don't want to mischaracterize the people that have had these opinions that I disagree with, because this is kind of a two things can be true for me moment, right? Where IUDs are painful. They do have risks associated with them. Maybe the world would be better if societally male birth control options were more like normalized, I suppose. But it's also the truth that an IUD is a medically accepted procedure, that, you know, she probably did understand the risks and the doctors did inform her, and that she is willingly getting because she wants to enjoy like sex more with her partner. You know, I think both of those things can be true. And the fucking annoying thing is it's like, nope, only one.
I do want to say I also appreciate there is a whole other angle to this that's being disseminated in the comments where people are like, well, in that case, it's gay for him to continue to have sex with her.
What?
Cool. People whose names are like Base Russian Groiper 4188.
Oh, yeah.
They're like, if you're not procreating, there's really no reason to be having sex.
Yeah, dude.
This makes you a low testosterone cuck. I'm like,
truth bomb.
I love the way this works out. I love it.
Yeah, it's
Imagine being like a Tradcon guy, and it's like you see your guy be like, hey man, like I can have sex with my wife now and she won't get pregnant ever. And he's like, not good enough. That's not good. Where are the children?
Yes, you must be procreating. How is Bevy
Someone's got
formed?
to continue the white race because God knows I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
All right, you ready to do the fucking post?
Let's do the fucking post. I couldn't believe that this was.
I just listened to you two.
There's just every angle on this. There's oh man. I don't know how basically every angle turned out to this guy who enjoys having sex and being silly about it made him like the poster child for misogyny.
Nope. Unnatural. He doesn't love her. Sad.
Yeah, it's just whatever.
That was a direct quote from a reply.
Yeah, I know. It's anyway. Yes, let's do the posts.
All right, this first one. This is a great one. So before I get into this one, I do want to preface it by saying this is not fake.
Yeah.
And the reason it's not fake is that we have proof that it is not fake.
I was going to say,
if it is fake, it's one of the most lovingly crafted fakes of all time because it also comes with an arts and craft project.
Oh,
okay.
I'm very interested.
I, 23F, created a 1-to-1 scale puppet version of my boyfriend,
Stop.
22M,
Stop.
and showed it to him during foreplay as a joke.
Stop.
Now he hasn't texted me back in 12 hours, and I'm starting to get worried. How do I get him to text me back?
Keep going. Women rock.
This one is it's incredible. It's so good. Okay, and I will throw out a quick TW here. There is millennial-ry in this one. There is a whole host of millennial ass behavior.
Yeah, no shit, dude.
I love millennials.
You are gonna meet Quirk Chungus. You are gonna say
Quirky
that
Chungus.
happened. You are going to needy drinky after the end of this one.
Do they have a
Gonna
cat
pet
and
your-
it says the text child replacement above it?
Yeah, you're gonna have to spend time with your therapy doggo on
All right, here we go. Ready?
Chungus dog.
yeah.
The title pretty much says it all. Okay, wait.
That's
No,
it,
it
that's it.
clearly
That's the right-
doesn't.
No, it
What,
does
like,
not.
obviously it
No,
doesn't.
it does not.
The title pretty much
definitely
says
does
it all
not.
after like the least comprehensible title I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a little
Oops,
bit more than
accidentally
that.
caused World War III during sex. Title says it all. What do I do, Reddit? All right. The title pretty much says it all, but here are some more details. My boyfriend of 6 months and I have had a pretty cut and dry relationship up to this point. I've always been what some people would call quirky.
She's so
Chungus,
quirky,
it's
dude. I
actually
see her in the grocery
Chungus.
store right now with a bag of chips on her head.
Oh my god, she's so quirky.
She's so crazy.
God, okay.
So pranks are sort of my bread and butter. He, John, has expressed that he really likes this part of me, and I'm just happy to be with someone who can handle all of my zest. Lol.
Can we
That's
please make the
in the
picture for this
post.
episode, Quirk Chungus? Oh damn it! It's got to be that.
No.
The picture has got to be something else, which we will get to.
Is it the guy skipping? I never. Okay,
I
never
like
mind.
the
Forget about it.
idea that like maybe you added lol, but no, that's like a direct.
No, it's in there.
No, it's
quote
in there
from the
with an
post, which
exclamation
is
point.
so fun.
Sometimes I worry that he doesn't actually think I'm as funny as he says. No, I'm sure he loves
Oh,
it.
No, he
I'm
loves
sure.
it. Keep doing it.
But he always reassures me this is not the case. One of the ways we really like to express our humor to each other is in the bedroom. For example, I love to do impressions of mostly Disney characters.
God, stop!
I'm
no,
trying so
no.
hard not to just like howl laugh.
Actually, you know what?
no.
I'm becoming one of the sex repulsed millennials
Yes,
from
I
the
take
previous
it back.
discussion.
I take it all back. I am sex negative.
Why are we
This is-
celebrating people who do Disney voices during sex?
Yeah.
Such as the paperwork lady from Monsters Inc. Haha, her name is Roz. Okay?
Come on, get it right. Like, sex
I'm
feels
always
so
watching
good.
Wazowski. Give
Do
me
not-
your big
how I-
fat cock.
Open that butthole, Wazowski.
Do you
Let's
want to
see how many
experiment?
fingers we
Okay, you know
can
what?
get
I was gonna make
in
fun of her
there.
for this. This is really funny.
No,
You know,
I
I
would
am
die.
adapting this
I would
bit.
die.
Yeah,
Oh,
for sure.
don't do it in bed. I would literally leave. But it is
oh
really
my
funny.
god. Oh.
Jillian is taking a nap
Don't-
in the
don't
room that
let her
we're
know
recording.
this.
I looked over at her and she did double thumbs up. She's like, "Ooh, can't wait."
Stop.
She's a bit of a quirk chungus.
She's
All right.
definitely a quirk chungus.
He sometimes does them too, but he's not that good at voices.
Oh.
I love millennials.
At least he's trying.
My husband actually can't do impressions as good as I can during sex. Yeah, oh darn.
okay,
Well,
you have
at least
said
now we
like
know.
these exact sentences to me.
Shut the fuck up. So here's where I think I may have taken it too far. I recently bought a sewing machine to try and make cosplay costumes and stuff, but something dawned on me as I was messing around with it. This was the plan. We often sexy times. It really says that. I'm sorry, I didn't make that. It's really in there.
Dude,
you're dealing psychic damage to me.
This hurts so bad. This hurts so bad.
Okay. We often sexy times with a habitual back rub massage sort of thing, and we switch off. And then we progress into French kissing, and then full blown, you know what? One very important fact to tell you is that John does in fact wear glasses. So I will usually make a point to take them off and put them on the table for safety. During this particular romp in the hay, I got a really funny idea about how to take his glasses off next time, and I couldn't stop laughing. He asked me what I was laughing about because he had some insecurity about his appearance, but I assured him it was nothing like that. We had our fun, and John went home, but all I could think about was this plan. Man, I just love having sex as a millennial, and like, before the sex, you're like, oh shit, next time I'm going to do a great bit, and I start laughing at my own joke. So the next day, I went to the fabric store and bought a bunch of skin-colored felt and wire framing and cotton and got to work creating a Muppet-style version of my boyfriend to put his glasses on next time we started getting dirty style.
This post was made to kill me. I can't do this, man.
Oh. So explain this joke to me. She wants to take his glasses off and be like, I'll put them here for safekeeping, and reveal a life-size mannequin of you. And she's like, this is going to knock his fucking socks off. He's going to laugh so much.
Yeah, it's like Icarus getting closer to the sun, but the sun is just like a volcano. He's like going down.
I have to fly closer, father. Why exactly? That looks really bad.
It's like,
why would you do that?
You're going down.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, not a good use of your time. Oh my God. Honestly, the thing was looking pretty good. We'll see. We'll be the judge of that. And I even found some clothes at Goodwill that were his style. I dressed the puppet in clothes, hid it under my collection of Squishmallows that's in my room, the surprising thing we've read so far,
shocker.
And invited him over. Do you think his room is full of Funko Pops? It has to be,
Oh
right?
my God, Squishmallow girlfriend,
Please.
Funko Pop boyfriend. Oh my God.
Hold up. To the new parents in the audience, Squishmallow daughter or Funko Pop son, hard mode, you are not allowed to be Gen X.
Oh, okay.
All right, here we go.
They're trying to
To
cancel
spare you all the
Squishmallows?
explicit details, you can tell us you had sex, so you don't need to spare the explicit details. We know you have sex. You're probably like 40. We did start kissing and taking clothes off and stuff, but my hands were shaking as I reached up to grab his glasses. Instead of putting it on my nightstand, I made a point to say something like, I'll just put these glasses right here. And I stretched over to the Squishmallow, covering the puppet boyfriend's head, and I put the glasses right over his felt eyes. He got confused, I think, and looked back to where I put the glasses and sat up. As a felt version of his face, very easily identifiable, by the way, John has red hair and a mustache, so the glasses on the top left little question of who this could be. Describing Alex Yick, by the way.
John Yick.
He was silent for a second and then said, "Is that supposed to be me?" As I was laughing, I said something like, "Do you like that?" as I took it out of the Squishmallow pile and revealed the entirety of Muppet John. "Oh, did you make that?" he asked, and I stood it up off the bed and asked him to stand next to it. "See? It's just like you, basically," I said, but he wasn't laughing that much. I think he saw the Muppet had ended up being just a little bit taller than him.
No, God.
No, come on.
Well, hold up. He's 5'7" and probably insecure about that.
Probably.
Total guess. The Muppet ended up accidentally being around 6'1" based on seeing them side by side.
Oh, wait.
I noticed his disappointment.
A little bit?
I noticed his
Sorry, go ahead.
It says 6 inches. A couple inches make a big difference.
Shut up, dude. God, die. Oh, my God.
I noticed his disappointment and did a tried and true Disney impression to make him feel better. I would just blow my brains out at this point.
Yes,
Yeah,
there's
brains
no
on the floor.
other
Oh, my
way.
God.
Oh, no.
In my best Goofy impression, I said, "Well, looks like we should call him Big John." Yuck. Oh.
Okay, Quirked Up Chungus, you got to know when to stop.
You got to know when to hold him and know when to fold him. Danny, you're pretty good at impressions. Can you do the Goofy line here, please?
Well, looks like we should call him Big John.
Boy, my penis
Okay,
just
that did make
minimized
me want to
itself.
fuck you. I will say, that did make me want to fuck
opposite
you.
effect. I don't think my penis has ever been smaller, actually.
Dude, I think I'm rock hard right now.
Yeah.
All right. John just took the glasses off of Big John and let him fall to the floor. I love that she immediately narratively makes the choice to call him Big John from this point on. It's so good. He put the glasses on the nightstand and sat on the bed for a while, but we eventually went to Sin City. But it was a lot more quiet than usual. He left after that, even though we were planning on having a sleepover. He said he wasn't feeling good. I texted him goodnight and went to bed. So here's the ish. This morning I haven't gotten any good morning text or any text at all from him, even though he always sends me a good morning text. I'm worried Big John was a step too far and that normal John didn't think the joke was funny. I feel like he's putting me in an uncomfortable position by not telling me how this made him really feel, even though I thought it was pretty funny. Is this salvageable or am I effed?
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna like say a point or anything here. I'm just dying to know, what joke are you making? What
I don't get the joke.
is the punchline?
Like,
I
it's so funny because not only was there just no punchline, this just isn't a joke. There's nothing here. You also, how did you? Okay, you emasculated him with a puppet. I'm not to defend a guy for this, but like,
now I know you're all about to be like, he was made insecure by seeing the puppet.
Sure.
This whole thing doesn't work until you have seen the puppet.
Oh. Okay. Oh, wait. Can we see the puppet?
There's
I'm
no
going to
way,
send you
no way.
No.
Oh, Christ.
a series of
Christ.
pictures of the puppet. And dear listener, the picture for the episode is going to be the puppet. Okay?
Oh, so they
you
know
will already
already
know what it looks like. Yeah, I will send it to them. We're going to get their live reactions in real time. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Yes. I'm so excited.
No
Whoa,
way!
dude!
God damn it!
Whoa!
No
What is
way,
that?
dude!
Oh
no.
my God!
No. Like,
I think he looks pretty good. I'm not going to lie.
He looks like a horror creature.
Oh my God.
I love
okay. Before we get into a discussion of like, does he feel emasculated because the puppet was taller? I think we gotta do a tried and
address
true
something else.
Watsy thing here, which is be fucking for real.
well, yeah, like genuinely.
She's like, I don't know. Is he insecure because it's slightly taller? No, dude.
No.
It looks like a freak.
It looks like it's gonna kill him at night.
Yeah, you made a monster. You were like, hey, this kind of looks like you,
Wow.
and it just looks like shit and evil and like a monster.
Why are the eyes
Oh,
like
no.
Halloween eyes where you put them in the candy to scare the kids?
Like
They're like
it's-
pointing two different directions.
God.
no.
I thought I did a pretty good job.
It's legit.
How
the
long do you
eyeballs
think
that
this
have
took?
like the vein. It's they're
Oh,
like
like
wrapped.
days,
It's
maybe
chocolate.
weeks.
You know, like the chocolate eyeballs that.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about.
Yes, God, dude, like, oh no.
There's another picture of him where she's put him in a steampunk hat, which, let's be completely honest, not particularly surprising. Oh, man.
Did you not?
I
I just don't understand how you
no.
don't take the hint where he just drops it on the floor and then just doesn't care about it at all, and then is quiet for like a whole day.
No, I have to point something else out, which is just so great, which is the 42-ounce 7-Eleven Mountain Dew cups chilling
Yes.
there. Like,
Thank you.
I'm just going to be honest about this. I'm pretty sure while I want to be like, you have made a caricature of your significant other, and if he is kind of an insecure guy, I could see him hyper fixating on different like parts of it and feeling insecure that like you see him in X way or don't see him in Y way. Now that we've all seen the picture, I think we can agree he was probably just weirded the fuck out,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
It's
yeah,
just like he just saw this and
Whoa.
was like, what's the fucking deal?
She doesn't make comments about how like she makes puppets or anything, or like, oh, like I craft like dolls and things like this. Like it's not a normal thing she does, you know? So like if the next day my partner made a fucking puppet of me, I'd be like, why did you do that?
Why'd you
Yeah,
do that?
like-
Why did you do that?
I mean,
Well, I thought it was a
I'm
joke.
not gonna lie.
What's
It is
funny about
impressive. It is a damn impressive feat that she put this together in a day
Speaking of
for a
feet,
sex joke.
Oh
these
my
things
God.
have like scarecrow feet, dude.
Yeah, you can't see this, dear viewer. It's got 2 feet. One is like a sack of potatoes, and the other just isn't there. Like, I think they ran out of cloth, and it's just a little cardboard tiny foot. So it's got one gargantua foot, and the other one is hardly there at all.
I can't get over. Look, I know I'm looking at the wrong things, but I don't care. I cannot get over.
Mountain
This
Dew
is
cups.
like the gamerest millennial gamer couple ever. It's the empty
Oh, yeah.
Mountain Dew cups, and if you look at the one where he's sitting in the
Yeah, I
fucking
see it.
I see it.
Papazon
it.
chair, it's the Minecraft swords, like the pixelated Minecraft sword wall decor.
There's actually pixelated shades
Yep.
on the pixelated swords Minecraft art.
Oh my god.
Oh no, those are creepers. They're creeper glasses.
Oh, thank you, Danny. I could see like a normal person having a problem with this, but for a quirked up millennial gamer couple, I get it. I think that like this is like a funny, epic thing. I think he was just weirded out, right?
Yeah,
Like I think
yeah,
it was
for
like
sure.
too much,
I
too
don't even
quick.
think the quirky gamers could get with. I think it's like the opposite. I think it would just be the exact same reaction a normal person would have. Quirky gamer doesn't mean puppets, right? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, no. Sorry. What I'm trying to say is like your tolerance for stupid shit is probably way higher.
Okay, I
right?
agree with that.
Yeah,
I see
yeah,
what
yeah.
you're saying. I see what you're saying.
I definitely want to point out that maybe he wants to have serious, intimate sex. He might have never voiced that, but it sounds like every time they have sex, there's always like some joking, you know? There's always some, there's always bits happening. There's Disney voices, which I just can't deal with in my head.
What's your number one Disney voice for sex, do you
None.
think?
Zero. None.
Danny, what one would get you rock hard?
Oh,
Mm.
for like if I was having sex and like my partner
Yeah.
did like a
I know that Jordan is scared of
Whimsy.
doing Disney voices during sex, but I'd be in the pussy like,
Yeah, I'm sure. God damn it, dude.
God, I'm so mad. I have to learn how to do Donald's voice. It's something that I've never
I can't
learned.
say any words as him. I can just do
I
that.
know there's a method because I used to not be able to do Trump's voice, and now I can do it better because I like listen to it. I think the one that would probably make me rock hard. Let's see. Yeah, definitely.
Hold on.
Like,
All right, I'm looking up a list of. Hold on.
Megara from
God, that's true.
Hercules.
Actually,
Yeah,
fuck.
that's a
Okay,
good
never
one.
mind.
Yeah,
I
that's a
take
good
it
one.
back. That's a really good one.
I could fuck with like a Timon and Pumbaa style, like 1v1. One person picks Timon, one picks Pumbaa.
I hate you.
But tomorrow.
God damn, Danny, you really did get it in one. Fuck, that would be. Yeah, that's probably the one
Sorry,
that would
I
get me.
My brain was like, no, yes.
Yeah.
I'm actually banned from doing Disney voices during sex because I debuted a very controversial Song of the South impression.
Dude.
No.
And so as a result,
You're so
We had to put
annoying.
it-
They took out the whole ride because of that.
zippity doo dah, zippity a.
Can you say that
I'm
while
doing
you're
bottom prep
unzipping
to
your
have some
pants?
sex that is
Shut
gay.
the fuck
You know,
up,
it's-
dude. Oh my god.
That's actually from the original cut.
God, dude.
I'm railing this couple for being so millennial. I'm as soy as they
You
are.
you are
so
soy
sorry.
incarnate, man. It's
Oh my
crazy to
God.
me.
No, so we can all agree, right, that this is insane, and this person
Yeah, it's out of
did
this
an
world.
insane
Dude.
thing, and he's absolutely allowed to be like, yeah, I need space. Like, you should
Yeah.
be completely okay with the fact that he's taking some time for himself.
I don't even think it's like an insecurity thing.
No.
I think
Yeah, I
he
take that
might
back.
have just been freaked out.
Yep.
I don't like. It was so clear that there was basically no line at all, and yet you still found one to cross. You know, that's crazy.
The most I can let this woman have is just like, I understand being kind of like upset about like not hearing from your partner, but the best I like would do is just like, listen, if you need space, please just let me know. I am sorry if I upset you at all, but I would like to know if you need this space. That's like fair, but that's it. You did an insane thing.
Yeah, that's.
Do you want to vote on this one?
Please, I don't want to.
Sure, yeah.
I cannot deal
I
with
want to know
Porchungus
more
anymore.
about this because I think there's more stuff.
Decision time.
When it comes to Quirk Chungus, is she the asshole for making the cursed effigy of her boyfriend? 3, 2, 1.
Yes.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, yeah,
it is
for sure.
strange.
It's very
it's not
close
like-
to kill button
It's
territory,
not evil
but
or
yeah.
mean, right? Like, it's not
Mhm.
evil spirited. We know from her context she's trying to make a joke, but doesn't matter.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's the worst evil of all, which is cringe.
No, millennial.
Oh, stop. Okay, let's do the update. Let's do the update.
Jokes.
But wait.
Again, Giga TW for this one. Mega millennialness. This one is going to be even worse. Okay. So it's been a wild couple of days or so, and I've honestly been a little depressed at the negative reaction from everyone. After my boyfriend, John, left after we did the no pants dance. We're going to make it through.
My
We're
head
going to make
is
it through,
getting
everybody.
Squeezed by
Oh,
psychic
dude.
cringe power.
Oh, like it's like you just like deployed a poisonous smoke in my house, and I like can't get rid of it.
After we did the no pants dance in front of the puppet, Big John, he didn't text me for a day and a half. I was starting to get worried and believe some of the comments that I was a serial killer. I was so sad that I didn't even want to look at the sewing machine to make my custom Disney ears with because it just reminded me of Big John. Speaking of Big John, I hung him in the closet so I didn't have to look at him. I was so ashamed. I was drawing when my phone buzzed and I saw it was finally John. All I said was, "Hey, can we talk?" I was super nervous and he came over to my place. It was awkward at first because it had been so long since we saw or talked to each other, and I honestly thought things were going to end, especially after reading all the comments. However, he apologized for his behavior and told me something that cleared things up. Apparently, his mom has been cheating on his dad with multiple younger men for years, and he and his dad just found this out the other day, the same day I made Big John. He wasn't actually that upset about Big John at all.
That's wrong. He's wrong.
Okay.
No, he should have been.
He could be upset about Big John. He
Yeah.
could be allowed to be.
Yeah,
But yeah, you
he'd
know,
be
I get
allowed.
that takes a backseat to, you know, my parents' marriage is built on a lie. I could tell that he was still upset, and my instincts were saying I should do a Disney voice, but
Oh my
I
god.
considered the comments from the last post and decided to just say, "I'm sorry that happened to you. I hope your family is okay." Wow, we've got growth here
wow.
too.
God.
Good job, Reddit.
All right. Big deep breath, everyone. Deep breath. Then the most surprising part. He said, "I'm sorry too." And then in his adorably not very good, okay, you don't undermine this guy, singing voice, he sang, "Big John never bothered me anyway."
I'm done. Nope. Episode done. Nope.
I-
Can't do
no,
it. I'm
no.
taking my headphones off. Can't hear you. I'm done. I'm done.
Because there's
Come on,
more.
play it.
Yeah.
Can't do it. I just can't
I
do
have
it.
something
Oh,
for him
God.
actually, and I brought out one of his favorite
Okay.
slap bracelets that his mom had got him as a kid. He pulled me into a hug and we danced like we were Cinderella and Prince Charming boyfriend. I don't know what that is. He tried to dip me, but he's not very strong, so it created a funny moment where we kissed, and then he led me to my royal suite. And well, you can probably guess the rest. We got on the bed, and Normal John had some smears on his glasses after kissing. He asked if there was any one he could put these on. I brought out Big John, and his hand fell off, but it was like a fairy tale romance when Normal John put the glasses on Big John's nose. So for now, it seems like a happy ending. I'm sorry I didn't post any pics with the original post, but after seeing John's reaction, I was so embarrassed. Some of the comments were so mean, I wanted to just destroy Big John and never think of him again. But there were also some very kind people who sent me PMs that made me feel a lot better and proud of my quirkiness, which could be autism, as some commenters have suggested, getting a test in a couple weeks. Also, stop thinking I would use Big John for the devil's tango. He is strictly an awesome way for Normal John to have somewhere to put his glasses. I didn't think she was going to fuck the puppet. I just want to get out in front of the
I also did not think
allegations.
she was going to fuck the puppet.
I didn't think she was gonna fuck the puppet. I thought it was included in sexy time. Like,
So after all this time, I've gained the courage to share Big John with you like you've all asked. I was happy with how it turned out and even happier that my beloved loved him as well. I do like the TLDR. I made a puppet version of my boyfriend, and when he saw it, he wouldn't text me. Turns out his parents were just going through cheating, and our relationship is okay. Oh, thank goodness.
Oh boy.
hey, listen, I'm all. That's awesome. I'm happy for them.
I'm glad everything worked out.
No,
I'm glad everything
it's
worked
awesome.
out.
I'm glad.
I do think that we will all have to answer for our millennialry at the gates of heaven. I think you will have to explain to St. Peter
Yeah.
what you meant by I thought about doing a Disney voice when I heard about his mother's infidelity.
St. Peter's looking at his books like, weren't you the one who made a puppet of your boyfriend?
Look, all I have to say about this is that I don't know who submitted this post to us, but you are in danger. I will find you.
So, thank you so much.
No, this is the worst post we've ever done. I can't.
The top comment is, "There really is someone for everyone."
Yes, that's true. That
It's so cute.
true.
Like I'm happy
It
for
is
them. You know,
cute.
like
It is cute.
listen,
Yeah.
I'm glad that they can have their own stuff and they love each other's quirkiness or whatever.
And I
It's
don't need to
awesome.
see it.
I don't need to see this shit. That's in
Yeah.
your own home. But it's
Oh,
awesome.
man.
Okay, are you ready for the next one?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's
The council has spoken.
This next one comes from AITAH. This is, am I the asshole for telling my mom she can't share a room or a bed with her boyfriend in my home?
interesting. I'm intrigued.
Okay.
Do go on. When I, 27F, was in college, I met my boyfriend, John. He's
Stop.
a puppet, which, wait a minute. When I, 27F, was in college, I met my boyfriend and we moved in together, sharing a place with some friends after dating for a year. I was 19 when we met and 20 when we moved in together. Sorry, I'm doing math here. Okay, so they've been together for 7 years. We decided from that point onward to take turns spending Christmas with our families. The first year we were supposed to see mine, and my mom made it clear my boyfriend could not stay, and we weren't sharing a room or a bed in her house. My dad argued in favor of letting it happen since I was an adult and living with him, but my mom said no. She hated that I wouldn't stay at their house and then instead booked us an Airbnb. She said I should respect the rules of her house. I told her I was, but I didn't want to tell my boyfriend to be alone on the holidays, especially when his family had welcomed us together happily. Okay, so this already is kind of a weird situation. I don't know how you all feel about this. How do you feel about you can't sleep with your significant other while you're in our house?
I think
kinda hate
that
it.
applies for like babies, you know, like from
Yeah.
0 to like 18 or whatever. Like that's fine. But once they're adults, like I'm like, you're adults. Like
You're
you know,
adults. Like,
whatever.
I don't
You
know.
can do
Yeah,
whatever you
I
wanna
guess
do.
I have a more conservative opinion about this.
Wow, I'm so
If
surprised.
it's like, if
Well.
you've been dating a long time, like, what are you going to do? But if you like just started dating someone, like, yeah, I could understand being like, come on, don't fuck them in our house.
Yeah. I think it depends on circumstances. Like, was this when they were new? Like a new couple at 19?
Yeah, so
20,
this is
right?
they're a year into the relationship, so
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I maybe.
Oh my
like,
God, are you serious? They've been dating for a year and you're not going to let them sleep together and like they're adults, damn it. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
that's crazy to me.
This is they're we've done this a million times. I just I don't know. I think it's irritating, but I'm not going to raise hell over it. I will say though, I don't understand the boyfriend can't stay here.
Yeah,
Certainly
like
can't, he could
that's
just sleep
also-
on the couch
That's
or
even
something.
weirder.
If I'm the boyfriend and I'm like, oh, listen, I understand. If it's just gonna make your family feel awkward, we've only been dating a year. I don't mind sleeping in a different room or on a sofa or whatever, as long as I'm here, right? Like that's different. I think if they're like, I don't know, we feel a little uncomfortable with like our daughter with our boyfriend, new boyfriend in the same room. It's like a little weird because they're still kind of 18, 19. I don't know. I get it. Each situation can be different. Sometimes I'm like, yeah, whatever. It's completely fine. Who cares? Like my sister is like 24 or 5 now, and she has her like boyfriend they've been dating for a while. I would never be like, no, you guys can't sleep in the same room. Like, no, who cares? You're adults. Like,
I don't know. It's just so it's so fucking police dad. I'm gonna show him my taser ass behavior.
It's the mom doing it, to be clear. The dad is
police
okay with
mom.
it.
I'm saying parent, you know, it's like one of
Yeah.
the parents that's like
Yeah.
threatens the boyfriend. It's just I know that's not what's happening here, but it's that sort of helicoptery. You're still my baby
Yeah, of course, yeah.
ass shit.
After that, I made it clear there would be no coming to visit if I couldn't sleep with my boyfriend. My mom said it wasn't like we were married, so she had every right to that rule. Okay. 2 years ago, my dad died. And for 11 months, my mom has been in a relationship with her boyfriend. They don't live together exactly, but according to my brother, he was there most nights while he was still there. Let me clear up this sentence for you.
Yeah.
While the brother was living with the mother, the boyfriend came over most nights.
okay.
My mom and brother aren't really talking right now. Apparently, my brother could hear my mom and her boyfriend in bed, and he hated it, so he moved out. Oh, no.
Jesus Christ.
That's like the worst situation I could possibly
that's
imagine.
tough. That's
100%.
tough. That's pretty tough.
He's also 22 and had wanted to go, but it gave him the push to move. My mom was furious and demanded to know why he was leaving out of nowhere, and she freaked when my brother told her he was tired of hearing them fuck.
Yeah.
It started mom off on him not being happy for her that she found someone again after dad died. My mom seems to be missing my brother being around, and she told me she misses having her kids around, so she wanted to visit for a week or two soon. She wanted to bring her boyfriend along, and I told her, well, you can't share a room or a bed with him in my home. I told her I don't want to hear her. She got mad at me and said she's a grown woman and should be allowed her freedom. I told her she was all right denying it to me, and I wasn't even planning to have sex in her house, but it sounded like she doesn't care if we hear or not, and I'm not dealing with it. I also told her I wasn't going to reward her with sharing with her boyfriend when she has been so strict with me about it. My mom accused me of acting like a petty child. What are we thinking?
I think my opinion on this one's gonna be pretty obvious here, boys.
Yeah.
I'll let somebody else start off. Maybe I'll be able to be swayed, but I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, I think we're all going to start from this position, which is I know that Jordan is the number one individual on the planet who falls for someone has done something wrong to me, so now I'm going to be petty about it.
That's not always true. I'm not always a spiteful
I like the little
bitch.
always caveat
No.
there.
I get it. I'm a spiteful, hateful little bitch sometimes. Like I totally am.
You're a messy bitch too. Come on. Don't be.
I am
I'm
a messy bitch
that loves drama.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Listen,
don't act holier than thou right now.
Yeah.
So I understand the perspective of being like, okay, clearly I can be like, oh, well, you're not exactly married, so I can do what I want. And it's like this little petty, like, I got you back type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
But I think there is actually a pretty fair logistical argument for being like, you can't do this. And that is that your kid shouldn't hear you fucking.
Yes.
Call me conservative. I don't think that
That's
your
true.
immediate family members should hear you fucking.
Yeah,
I think
that's
agree.
probably true. That's probably true.
Apparently, she has evidence that the two are so loud that the brother had to leave the house. So I don't know. I think she gets to be like, well, I mean, if you can guarantee you're not going to have sex, you can come over. But like, I
pretty
really
clear.
do not want to have to explain this to my therapist.
Yeah.
And we have, a secondhand account of you disregarding it. So I don't know.
The dad died, like 2 years ago? And it's been just under a year. I mean, I'm on record on this podcast saying there's no definitive time that it takes for somebody to move on from someone or heal. I agree with that still, but that goes for the daughter too, right? Daughter is now, 2 years is not that long for their father figure to be gone, and now they have to deal with the new reality of the parent with another man, and that's okay. Like, that is okay that she's with another man. I am not disparaging the mom here in any way for that. I really want to be crystal clear on my opinion there, but I don't think it's fair to expect your daughter to be okay with that too in a certain amount of time. Like, it'll take.
Yes.
Does that make sense? Like,
Yes.
You can't force your child or your children to be ready for you to be with like a new man, And if you are expecting to be able to share a space with them, like go into her living space and share a room with your boyfriend, and there is pretty clear evidence that you're going to be banging loud enough for other people in the house to hear, I don't know, even besides my spiteful, petty bitch opinion, I think she does kind of have a point.
I think it's really simple. This was when she's like 27 now, right? When she creates this post, it's been like years since that happened. I don't know, like, not to say that she's kept it and been mad about it for a while, like probably a little bit, right? But at the end of the day, I feel like the more relevant thing is I don't want to hear my mom having sex. And I think that's completely fine. Like, I think you'd be like,
let me prod you on this.
Yeah.
Do you think it's okay for parents to have that position about their adult children coming to visit? Being like, I don't want you fucking in this house because I don't want to hear my child having sex.
Oh,
Yes.
I guess that
I
is
think
a
that's
good
fine.
point. I guess that is kind of a...
no, I think if my parents were like, listen, you guys can sleep together, just like don't have sex in my house. I just don't want to hear it. It's like, there's an unspoken thing. I'd be like, yeah, that makes sense.
I guess it is fair.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess it does
What if I
challenge
can
my opinion
guarantee
earlier, but yeah.
I'm going to have like the least exciting, most silent sex there possibly is? I'll even get Big John to watch the door.
God.
That's fine.
Okay, so I don't know.
The point is, I
it
don't
does feel
want to
petty. It
know
feels
about
really.
it.
It feels kind of like a petty got you back thing, but for the audible sex noises, right? Like, I can be like, get over it until it comes to the fact that like you are signing up to hear your mom fuck.
Yeah.
And I get that being a bridge too far.
I don't know. I guess I'm learning a lot
know.
about where I stand on this within my own like self.
I just think that the mom expects things out of this. She wants her way, right?
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
the mom wants her way. She doesn't want to stop what she's doing at any point, right? She gives the context that her brother moved out because he was like, I don't want to hear this anymore. And she's like, aren't you happy for me? And it's like, okay, it's like, even if he was happy for her or whatever, he's right to move out if he doesn't like hearing his mom having sex, and he's an adult who's allowed to move out of his parents' house, and she misses her kids. So like, if you miss your kids and they're like, listen, I just have this one rule, the kind of rule you placed on me, which like I got mad about, but is like understandable. I also don't want that. I think that's fair, even if it is petty, right?
I would agree with that. I would agree with that.
We can be like, yeah, it's a little petty, but it's still fair. Like, it's still her house. Like, I don't know. I don't feel like, you know, she's not even saying don't come. It's just like, I just separated, please. I just don't want to think about it or hear it. Because it's like, it'd be different if it was like, if they were married. This is their like new boyfriend that they're with context that they're fucking. If that was never a problem, I feel like it would never be an issue. But it's
so hard. Part of me is trying to be like, sex is a natural human thing. You shouldn't be that bent out of shape about it. But there is just relative context here that just matters.
Yeah.
Sorry, like there's just I can't in good conscience try to voice the opinion that you should be able to get over your mom having sex with a guy that's not your father.
Right.
When your father recently passed away. There's just too much
that happened that I'm like, okay, this is understandable. It's your house. You're allowed to make this rule because of the like context and things that happened to you, especially with your mom. Where like maybe in a vacuum, I'd be like, oh, come on. Like, that's not fair. And you're being like kind of petty or whatever. That's kind of mean. Like, she didn't do anything here. But that's not true. There is like moments to this. Like,
yeah.
You want to vote on this?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. Decision time.
When it comes to the sex-repulsed daughter, probably the one behind a lot of those posts we were talking about at the very beginning, Jordan... Is she the asshole?
No, honestly, no. And as much as I joke about being a petty bitch who loves drama, I think actually Danny has convinced me to have the same answer, but to have that answer for a different reason, which is there's so much context as to why it would be like, you don't want to think about it. You know, you don't want to think about the possibility of it happening in your living space just because of the recent events that have happened. And it's a different guy than your father who recently passed away. You know, I can't get over that. I think the daughter is so within her own right to be the mom and the boyfriend have been together for less than a year. And it's like, I can't think about that in my living space. You know, I really don't want to say it in the sense that I think the daughter is puritanical or prudish. I don't think that's it. I really do believe that it's, I don't know. I've said my piece. Yeah, I don't think she's the asshole.
Danny?
Yeah, I don't think she's the asshole. I think that while we can definitely construe it as petty, and it feels pretty petty considering the context of the situation, I think also you're allowed to have boundaries, and you're allowed to be like, this is a boundary I'm going to create. I'm an adult now too. And so part of being an adult is also pushing back to your parents and being like, yeah, no, like, I'm not going to let that happen in my house now. Like, I do have my home. You're going to respect me as well. You know, like, I get respecting your parents as much as you can, but you're also allowed to be like, no. So I don't know. That's where I'm at. So I don't think she's an asshole.
Going to be a 3-0, unsurprisingly. For me, it's the noise.
True.
I think I could have forgiven a lot of it and been like, it's just her being petty, but for the noise. Come on, man. If you're making noise, you don't get to make this request.
Lots of silly sex happening today. IUDs.
Oh my God.
Puppets.
Yeah, this is the sex episode. Welcome to the Sex Council. Welcome to Sex of the Cat.
Just get to the next post, man.
Yes.
The council has spoken.
Okay, before we get to the next post, I do want to read one of the responses. This person goes, your mom has her boyfriend over nearly every night and is quite loud and can be heard. Why would she miss having her kids around? Sounds to me like she wants holiday accommodation for two. Ugh, just completely non-empathetic. Just awful.
Ew, yeah.
But the response is, until the sex bit, it did feel petty. But she doesn't even seem to deny she would be loudly banging her new man, so I can't see how that's acceptable. Not the asshole. The response is, she doesn't deny it. She just acts like we should be fine hearing it.
Ew.
Yeah,
Which is
okay.
like, one,
That's
ew,
so
ew, ew,
true.
ew,
Oh my God.
ew,
Ew, ew, ew, ew, ew, ew.
Two, is she like getting off on this?
Oh, God.
I don't like this at all.
Dude,
No, dude.
Dude.
Oh, no.
No, I really. Oh, dude, you might. Ew. No, you might be
Ew,
right.
ew.
Moving on.
Ugh. Yeah, no, you're right. Why does she want to go to there so bad? Oh, okay. Ew. Okay. God.
All right. This last one comes from Best of Redditor Updates. It's a couple of days old. This one is, oh boy, it is really strange. I
Oh,
guess
no.
I will say there is a trigger warning for suicide on this one.
Oh God.
The title of this one is I, 21M, got a friend request for my dead ex-girlfriend, 21F.
Oh my
I'm
God.
Sorry.
Yeah. We're fucking calling the Ghostbusters up in this bitch.
Oh,
Jesus.
boy. Okay.
This is a very strange title. Okay, here we go. In 8th grade, I met this girl, North. She was in my band class. The two of us hit it off. I asked her out on a movie date, and from there we became boyfriend and girlfriend. She was my first girlfriend, and things were going well. That is until her dad got a new job across the country in California. North moved away, but we decided to try out long distance through our freshman year. We were not built for long distance dating. I couldn't protect her from bullies, I couldn't hug her when she was crying or tell her it was going to be alright when she told me about her depression. We got into arguments about God knows what, but decided to keep the relationship going because her dad was trying to transfer back to our hometown. That was until she stopped texting me around Christmas and her sister sent me a funeral program asking me to go to California. North's sister told me that she took her own life because the bullying was too much and that I wasn't there for her when she needed me.
Oh my God. What?
It
How?
broke my heart
What?
that I couldn't go to California for the funeral, and so for the past 8 years, I have mourned her loss. I spent the entirety of my high school career trying to rebuild myself from all the damage. I went to meetings from people who had lost family members and loved ones. I went to therapy for 4 years to try and help process the loss. I had to learn how to become dependable because I didn't want it to happen again. And after working on myself for 4 years, I asked out one of my classmates, Lucy. We started dating the tail end of our senior year, and we're about to celebrate our 4-year anniversary in April. First up, good.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Good job.
Nice.
That's hard.
Last night I got a notification from Facebook saying I got a new friend request. I opened the app and found it was from North. She looked older, but it's undeniable that there are pictures of her as an adult with a fiancé and a newborn daughter. I spent 8 years of my life believing she was dead, but here she is with undeniable proof that she has been living a great life without me. My stomach is in knots, my heart is sinking to the ground, and my mind is racing, trying to figure out what happened and what should I do. Do I accept the friend request? Do I ignore it and try to move on? I feel completely lost, like my entire life has been a lie. I've spent all night looking at pictures of her and her family, floored that she would do this.
I have no words.
Dude, what? This is the kind of drama that TV show producers wish they could write. Like, this is
It's
insanity.
some CW ass shit right here.
Yeah.
Woof.
Yes. Oh my God. It's just like Degrassi wishes, like, oh my God. Yeah, she's been alive for 8 years, John.
The whole time.
8 years.
Let me read you the update. There is an update in the same post
'Kay.
within 24 hours. Thank you to those who have responded. I want to get to each and every one of you, but I hope this update will do for now. I've decided to wait until Lucy gets home, his new girlfriend, from work. So before I make any decision, I want to know what she thinks because I can depend on her to keep me level-headed. Until then, I just kind of want to sort out my feelings. I remember the day that I found out about North's death. It was a few days before Christmas and the snow had started to hit the ground. I remember walking to the edge of the neighborhood along Main Street. I sat in the sidewalk, watching the cars, thinking about how if I walked onto the road, they wouldn't be able to stop in time. I was sitting there on the sidewalk contemplating for what felt like hours. It was there I decided I wanted to keep living. It was the most important choice of my life. But now, that choice feels hollow, meaningless. Every decision I've made since then has come from a choice I made 8 years ago, which now feels empty and without promise. Keep you guys updated on what Lucy and I decide. Please do not think I plan to do anything drastic. I am not, and I want to keep making the choice to live. I just kind of have to figure this out.
I think this
This is like insane, right? This is like unfucking believable.
I think this is a classic case of you don't know the impact that your decisions are going to have on someone.
Oh, yeah.
It is very clear.
Do we want to try and reverse engineer what happened here? So,
okay.
Clearly
Let's
what
do that.
happened
I think
is...
it's worthwhile to do that, yeah.
Clearly what happened here is North tried this long distance thing with him, found out it wasn't working, and was basically like an 8th grader who is not great at navigating complex emotional situations, and was like, I got to get out of this without hurting him. I know how I'm going to do it. Employed her sister to create a fake funeral pamphlet, and then was like, now tell him that I'm dead.
Literally, that's
I imagine she just sort of washed her hands of the situation.
Okay. Counter to that, though. If she did that, a very big decision, even as a kid, I feel like you would definitely remember doing it. Why would you then?
It's certainly not like a good choice.
Sure. Well, right. I'm just saying, like, you would remember doing it, right? Like, I'm just trying to get ahead of an argument of she forgot. Then years later, add him back. as friends when you're an adult.
She definitely feels guilty, right?
Maybe, but like,
She's like, now I'm in a position where like I have more emotional maturity. I do want to just apologize for how shit this was looking back.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
could
feel
believe
like
that.
you would never encounter him again. I don't know. I just like, I don't understand the friend request. So like, here's my theory. Maybe this is far-fetched, but maybe the sister, maybe it was her. I don't know. I was thinking maybe just like the sister did it of her own accord. And that's why she's adding him after years. I don't know. Maybe it is just your theory that it's just she concocted this plan and then now she wants to apologize.
I believe that. I think that is what it is.
Do we have any other far-fetched theories? Maybe the dad forced them. I don't know. Like a parent.
Yeah, that could be. That would be really bleak.
Right? Like the parents forced them and she like wasn't
I mean,
allowed.
I think the parents forced them. At least they wouldn't make them be like,
yeah.
and tell him you're dead.
Yeah, like, I don't know whether it was the parents forced them to break up or like she just realized it wasn't working out and she wanted to concoct some way to, I don't know. I do believe that she did this because she thought it was the way to do it without hurting him, and that is not true.
No, obviously.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you this. Let's say, hypothetically, let's say that it's exactly that she concocted this story and now is adding him to be like, hey, sorry, I'm actually alive. I don't want you to think I'm dead. Are you accepting that apology?
No.
No. Never.
Oh, I think it's a lot harder than an immediate
It's
no.
hard. It's hard. Yes, it's very hard.
Why?
Because she was
Explain.
an 8th grader when she did it, dude. She was a child. She was a kid.
We're talking about a 13-year-old trying to get out of their first relationship.
Okay. Why does he have to forgive her?
I'm not
Like,
saying
what?
he has to forgive
I'm not
her.
saying he has to forgive her. Were I in that position, I would at least be like, well, she was very young. You know, I wouldn't just be like immediate no.
No, I like.
You know, that said, I think it probably still would be a no. That's like the amount of like personal growth that you had to do to get yourself out of a place where, I mean, the sister said she killed herself because you weren't there for her.
Yeah, dude.
Like, think
oh
of all
my
the stuff that
God.
he had to do.
I think you could accept it. And if this would be a healing thing for you to do, you could accept it and you could just say, I am appalled that you reached out to me, and explain it just like, I have been in therapy. Your sister told me that the reason you killed yourself is because I wasn't there for you. I have spent the entirety of my life after you stopped talking to me trying to grow and heal from you. I never want to speak to you again. I never want to hear from you. I understand you did it when you were a kid. That doesn't change how I feel. Goodbye forever.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
Mhm.
That'd be,
that's,
yeah. 100%.
that's it. And I mean,
But on the other hand, you did all this stuff to improve yourself personally, and now you are being told that all of the guilt associated with that improvement can evaporate overnight.
that's true. That is also true. Yeah.
I don't know. This is such a fucking fraught situation.
This
Yeah.
is insane. Okay.
Yeah, Joseph, you're right. You can view it as like oh my God, it was all a lie.
Oh my God, I brought her back.
Like it was all a lie. I never, this situation where, I wasn't there for her.
It wasn't true.
You have no reason to feel that guilt in the first place because you were also a child. What were you going to do? Move to
Right, of
California?
course, yeah.
Like, come on, but still, I'm not going to invalidate the trauma here. The point is, you can view this as a situation where you realize you had no reason to feel that guilt in the first place, and you could use it as a big moment of healing. I think
It's simultaneously like, oh my God, my entire life has been a lie, and oh my God, this person is alive.
Yeah.
Like this person that I loved for a long time is still living. Like, fuck. I don't know. This is
it's always founded on the fact that while you might have been kids, it was like possibly a trick to get them to break up. And so
Yeah, of course.
it's always the angle of like, I did all this. I thought I almost killed myself because like I thought I made you kill yourself and you did it just to break up with me. Like, and while you're kids, I get it, right? Like that is at the core of what happened. And so that is a thing he has to deal with like his whole life. And turns out it was just like a petty thing that they did because she wanted to break up. that would be so upsetting, right? I feel like that's
of course.
right. I would just like, I want to make sure, like, I feel like personally, you can't really be in the.
I'm not trying to kind of shrink the impact of this. It is like the worst thing I've ever heard in my life.
I know you're not. I'm just like, I'm trying to like remember the like roots of like why you could be like mad about this or whatever. And like, and it's a good point. Like, you could be like, oh, like I did miss her. I do like when he's like, I just gotta sort my feelings for like days or whatever. I'll completely understandable because there's just like a chaos of shit. You know,
the most important thing here is that he is the victim in this situation, right? He's been lied to, and
100%,
this has caused an unbelievable amount of trauma throughout his life. And for him to get a friend request like this is reeling, right? And this is not a fence-sitting position that I'm about to say. This is really, truly what I believe. Whatever he does to respond to this, he is completely within his right to do so, right? He could block her, never speak to her. He could send her a message telling her, like, fuck you, I never want to talk to you. How dare you do this to me? You have ruined my life. Or he could be, like, extremely relieved. You know, he could be, all guilt could be washed away. He can go, oh my God, she's alive. I'm with someone, alive. She's with someone. I'm so happy to see you. You know, all that's any response he has to this is completely well within his right. Obviously, you know, within reason, but you get the idea. I think that's the point that I want to really hammer home here.
Decision time.
Okay, so, you know, asking about the asshole on this one seems like pretty cut and dry.
Yeah.
So instead, why don't we do this for voting? Jordan, if this shit happened to you, are you accepting the apology?
Oh, dude, you're so annoying.
Ouch. Well, okay, this isn't a terrible question. You're just asking me what I would do.
Yeah.
I probably would.
Wow.
I
Danny?
probably would.
You'd accept the apology? And
I would. Yeah, I probably would.
I mean, like, I guess I would. I maybe in the context of sort of, like, I probably would contact them back and be like, okay, let me hear you out.
Yeah.
And if it's like good enough, maybe, and be like, or at least I would accept it of like, I'm not going to be mad at you. I'm not going to like try and be weird, but I can't forgive you. I do accept your apology. Doesn't mean I'm like ever going to contact you ever again. Kind of thing. You know, like I appreciate it in some regard. I'm glad maybe, but you know, that's where I'm at. Does that answer it?
It does. I think it's like just, I'm happy to hear from you. I'm happy about, you know, I'm whatever, but you can't change the reality. You can't heal the damage that you've done to my life.
That's how I would, respond.
Yeah.
Joseph?
I'm going to go no. I think that I probably couldn't. This is
margin of error. Like, I probably also couldn't.
Oh man, it is really rough. I think I would feel an immense relief, and that would be good for me. But like, no, it was still a guiding principle over the entirety of this guy's life.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
Yeah, I think I probably wouldn't be able to. I would probably, like Danny, I'd probably be like, I hope you have a good life. I'm glad to hear you're alive. That's a huge relief. You know, I'm happy for you. You're a person I care deeply about. But no, I can't accept that apology.
No.
It did kind of ruin my life.
Yeah.
Yes.
I honestly, I think that's also extremely valid.
Yeah, no, these are close.
But wait.
Are you ready to hear what he did?
Let's go. I
am.
Update number 2. I accepted the friend request and wrote back, "Fuck you, you fucking bitch."
Wait, is that true? Is that?
No, that's not what he did.
No.
After Lucy and I talked about it, we agreed that the possibility of getting some sort of closure would probably be worth it. So I accepted the friend request and sent out a text saying hello. Half an hour later, I received a notification that she'd responded. We started talking a little bit, talking about how our lives have been. It turns out her and her fiance were in my town visiting family, and it had started to make her think about all the hurt she costed me, that she wouldn't feel comfortable moving on with her relationship without knowing I was okay. Classic about to be married thing to do, by the way.
Oh my God.
People love to do this right before they get married.
Dude.
We dated for, whatever. She tried to apologize, saying that we were dumb kids, and that it seemed easier to ghost me instead of break up with me. She told me about how, in some messed up teenager way, she thought giving an explanation to her ghosting me would have made it easier to move on.
Mm-hmm.
So her and her sister concocted this story. I told her about years of therapy, the years of loneliness, how guilty I felt when I started dating again. I told her about how I used to think she was the one, even through nights of arguing, and that she left me more hurt than if she had just thrown me away. And I told her in many weird ways I am thankful to her. Her death changed me for the better, and I would not be the man I am today if not for her. I then texted, "Having said that, I will not accept your apology. It's a shallow attempt to free a guilty conscience before you get married. If you were really sorry, you could have said something sooner, apologized sooner, or not done it at all. You took a coward's way out, and I do not forgive cowards. She said she understood, but hoped that one day I could move past the hurt she caused me and find it in my heart to forgive her. I took screenshots of the conversation and also sent it to her fiance. Okay, probably didn't need to do that.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I don't know if he knows the story between me and her, but now he can have enough of an idea that they could have that conversation. I hope they figure out how to move past it. After all, they look very happy together, and the mistakes of a teenager shouldn't affect her current life. However, I would be lying if I said there wasn't a part of me hoping that it crashes and burns. I didn't want to read that.
I didn't want to read that. Nope, that sucked. Never mind. I take it back. When I said there's nothing he could do that would be bad, that sucks. That was shit.
I know this is not the update some of you guys wanted. Some of you really wanted me to bully my way through the conversation or play mind games to fuck with her. That's not who I am, nor is it who I want to be. On the bright side, I can now truly move on from the relationship that cost me 8 years of my life and put this whole story behind me. Thank you for everyone who helped me find the courage to face this head on. Thank you to everyone who sent kind words. Okay, well, I don't know. I think being like, and now let me see if I can ruin your relationship is insanely petty and really frustrating that he tried to jam his foot in there at the last second.
Yeah.
But I really can't find it in my heart to condemn this guy. I mean, this is the most destabilizing thing in the history of time.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to be on the previous post, be like, I'm a petty bitch who loves drama, but also be like, I don't know, the vengeance thing on here isn't great.
Yeah.
I mean, for what it's worth, he does mention it's like, listen, they seem completely fine. I assume this is just me giving info. And the pettiness he feels is just because he's angry.
Yeah,
right? Like,
that's true.
I don't really, this is my positive spin on it. I don't think it's him trying to like destroy them on purpose. It's just his anger being like, well, if it does, at least she'll feel like part of my pain, but I think they're going to be fine is the like end piece and I can move on, you know, and it's not great, obviously, but I do think it's like, I understand it and he's being real and honest. Like, I'm not perfect here. This sucks of me. And I want like hearing that and my anger seeps out for that, you know, and hearing kind of like the poor excuses of being like, oh, like I texted you now because I felt guilty about it. Because I'm visiting your town before I get married. Like, I like, again, more anger like just seeps through. You saw the guy said the Redditors wanted him to do infinitely worse things to her. And,
you know, I actually realize it probably is. Oh, this might be a really bad thing to think, but I bet she did it just in case she ran into him. Right.
Yeah,
like she's in her just to save herself.
It could be. It could just be like, oh no, like we're going to the same town, and like if I walk around and I see him, like I'm gonna be in such hot water, right?
Yeah. Yep. I bet that's why she did it. Yeah. Ooh.
Maybe it's possible. And to kind of spin it as well, I felt guilty about it, so now I'm texting you.
Yeah. Not to assume negative intent here, but if I had to take a guess, that's the reason why she did it, just to sort of avoid that extremely awkward moment of running into him without doing this like via social media first.
The council has spoken.
And on that happy note,
cool. Hawk everybody.
Everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, bye.